What's going on, people? Shame TV's watch. This new page, just want you guys to see who it is actually running the page. So, you know, you can't be accused of being trolls and all of that stuff. So that's pretty much it, guys. So it's post 420, but it doesn't make a difference. So we're about to go dark on you. Let's get ready. I'm kind of going live quickly out of nowhere, so y'all share this for me, if you don't mind. This is a quick one right here. Because I was listening to some stuff. I was going to play basketball since I had nothing to really do today. But I plan on going live twice today. One is right now, and one is soon. Now, you see the title of the video. Sarnetta is trying to slip Garfield in under the scam radar. Young Buffarow blames Sarnetta for the Dolo pressure. According to Sarnetta, okay, this is according to Sarnetta, that pressure that he's feeling is from, what's the name? From Dolo, is allegedly being blamed. He's allegedly blaming Sarnetta for this, saying that Sarnetta sent him to the event and what have you. Now, do I put this past somebody like Sarnetta? No, I wouldn't put nothing like that past Sarnetta. But what I am going to say is this. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit for real, my nigga. Like, the point of all of it is the nigga came here. You know what I'm saying? You a grown man, you out saying a lot of shit about a lot of people. So you should expect some sort of backlash. You should expect some sort of peace. I have the coffee right here, Tulsa. It's actually espresso. Shame. But you got the shit all over YouTube, all over social media, where you running your mouth about people and you're doing it in the most disrespectful of ways. You are not engaging people in a sense of let's have a conversation. You are not engaging people in I could be wrong type. No. You just gonna come out. You gonna tell us the truth. Some little nigga who just got out of jail, another penitentiary scholar, okay, who is about to tell us, you know what I'm saying, what's the what and everything. Because he's been doing this so much that, you know, in the last 30 years, nobody has done it better. Now, everybody already know that here at over at Shame TV, there's a campaign going on to expose this love and hippo K community. And one of the ways I'm going about it is to start exposing these people in the sense of you're not who you think you are. You're not as famous as you think you are. You're not as popular as you think you are. I've said this multiple times, and I'll say it again. Over at Shame TV, I have well over the 1,000 subscribers page. That's a plus 1,000+ subscriber page. But the other pages I have are not. And those other pages still make noise. When my page was down for a while, I was still making noise off of 300 sub pages, 200 sub pages. Basically trying to combine the two and working them together, which was Shame TV 2 and Derrick Jones Talks Live. So you can make a powerful voice and a powerful impact with at least a few hundred or more. You got around 400 to 500, even around 3 to 5, you can do some things. If your voice and what you're saying and what you're talking about is worth something. That's all. You don't need a huge platform. So you can make a voice. So the reason why I'm saying that and bringing up the size of the page or whatever is, these people's pages are much bigger than mine. Far more bigger than mine. But the point of all it is, the impact that I'm gonna make and that I can make is real. That's why over here we are the real fraud catching department. Now over here, there may not be the same filter like you have at Shame TV 2. There may not be the same filter like you have at Shame TV. Over here, we just want to get into information, the information, if you will. Now, some of the information is just other YouTubers doing their thing, putting out content, and you're listening to it. That's how we find out everything. And you know, we kind of go into it a little bit more, but that's pretty much all that happens. So right now, play a little bit. We hear, I don't know. Hold on.
He's dead. They don't care about the information. They just follow our people. These are people that's not about the information.
Okay, here go Frank. Hold on. Oh, Sinetta, at it again. At it again. I was so unprepared, but so what? This ain't no goddamn real show. I don't want to be like assholes thinking I'm running a real goddamn talk shows and shit, thinking YouTube is going to pick you up. That's a shame.
They don't care about the information. They just follow because they are like the lost collect money. I want to know what he did with money. He had a GoFundMe to do all that. Yep. Because see, these are the people that the young Buffarow collect money. I want to know what he did with money. He had a GoFundMe to know why the young Buffarow collect money. I want to know what he did with money. He had a GoFundMe to do all that. Yep. Because see, to know why the young Buffarow collect money. I want to know what he did with money. He had a GoFundMe to do all that. Yep. Because see, these are the people that follow these widows, the people that follow them, right? You can see that these are people that's really not our people. These are people that's not about the information. They don't care about the information. They just follow because they are like the lost sheep and they want to be led in the wrong direction. So
now, you know more about lost sheep following and being led in the wrong direction than anybody. So if anybody is going to be talking about leading lost sheep somewhere, you should, where's my lunch? You should really start with yourself. But let's go in. So young Dolo ran up on young young Buffarow. And young Buffarow, we all saw the video. He nutted up. He froze. Like the chick said in he froze like an antelope in headlights. He was completely frozen. And until the 6'3" or so bodyguard stood up. And at that moment, when the bodyguard stood up, that is when he decided to get big and bad and do his thing and move forward. Now, apparently, The whole point of it is apparently Dolo being there in Atlanta, just period, just him being there at Buffarow's event, at young Buffarow's event to whatever he was supposed to be doing, some sort of supposed lecture or whatever. Okay, whatever. People want to hear it, that's their business. But Dolo being there was allegedly Sarnetta's doing. So Sarnetta was addressing it with Asan Campbell, as he's called. And they were talking about how he basically he doesn't know what young Buffarow is talking about. He doesn't know. He's not doesn't have anything to do with any of that shit. Hold on, guys. I'm about to give y'all something while we go over it and talk about it. Since we tripping over here today. You know what I mean? Oh man. So anyway. Hold on, let me make this bigger before I do it. Yeah, this guy is blaming old Frankie. Now, we don't know. We all know Frank. We know Frank has a tendency to do weird-ass shit. I hope y'all like this picture right here. I really do. Check him out, yo. Right here, this is his Hobbit picture. His Hobbit name is Buffarow Baggins. I'm gonna make that the goddamn thumbnail for this motherfucker, yo. The biggest little dude in the room. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that what my nigga Kev called him? Big little dude who out here flexing, and he gonna get world starred and all of that shit like that. But yeah, he's apparently pushing this whole narrative that Sarnetta's at fault for this. So Sarnetta's going in a little bit.
People, when let me tell you how I noticed that these wasn't our people. When I seen, because I went to the video and I looked at it, and when I seen the dude talking about he banging on Dolo the Moor because Dolo the Moor was banging on white people. And that's what I do. That's what even City do. City bang on the white man. I bang on the white man.
So did he start this shit with Dolo? That's what I want to know. Was this shit like, is Dolo just showing up just because of the supposed him banging on the Moors or whatever, or Noble Drew Ali? Because when Dolo came, that's pretty much all he mentioned. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't go into all that other shit. But oh, here he is.
The big little dude who out here talking, flexing on everybody.
That goes for that picture right there, for the big little dude. Thank you, Kev. But apparently he started some shit with Dolo. I don't know. I'm gonna really have to find out, because do Dolo got a page like that, y'all? Do anybody know if he got a page like that? Look at this little ass. Buffarow Baggins. Get out of here, nigga. Nah, this shit is fun over here. I like this page. I could be me, so to speak. Like the me that wants to clown these niggas. I can't be the good me who has to be objective and all that shit like that. But yo, Buffarow Baggins is blaming Sarnetta for his beef with Dolo. He's saying that Sarnetta got him there. Sarnetta told Dolo to come and fuck with him. I think your mouth about how you keep running around here telling people that you're going to challenge him. And then it's not even like you saying you're going to challenge him, because you say just on this information. But then 20 seconds later, you'll talk about how whoever don't like it, they could come and show up. Because I done heard you say that shit before. You know what I'm saying? Where you would be at and all that stupid shit like that. So when it really happens in real life, you know what I'm saying? It's jarring, you know? It's easy to say things about people until it's actually happening to you. It's easy to say how you would feel about something until you actually going through that something. And it's easy to say you want to be on top of this shit until that time comes and people start scrutinizing you the same way others who claim to be on top catch that scrutiny because they should. Because if you are what you say you are, then a little bit of investigation shouldn't hurt anything. Should it? I don't think it should. A little bit of investigating shouldn't hurt anything. My biggest thing with you guys is stop making the fucking claims. Like right now, Garfield is over on Sarnetta's channel on a live stream trying to mix him back into some historical debate. Because what Sarnetta's trying to do now is he's trying to set up a debate with the Moors. He's trying to set up a debate, whereas he can have Reggie try to shine a little bit because Reggie's all he's got. He's like at this point, Sarnetta is like he's like Puffy with one artist left. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta try to do something with him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the only artist I got left. I gotta do something. I gotta push him out somehow, some way, because he's just sitting here and I need to make some money and I don't have time to bring in another rapper or singer and groom them and whatever, and take them through the rites of passage and all of that shit. I already got Reggie sitting right here, already rites of passage up. You know what I'm saying? He done survived his rites of passage. He's still loyal. He's a bootlicker. He'll do whatever Sarnetta tells him to do, aka Mace Tyrell of Game of Thrones to Sarnetta's Tywin Lannister. He'll do whatever. And exactly what Sarnetta fucking tells him to do. So now, that's what you're getting pushed in your face. You know what I'm saying? You're getting that shit pushed in your face because there's nothing left. Before y'all know it, man, the summertime will be here, man. It's almost May. The summer's almost here. Which means that awards show really needs to get cracking. Like it needs to start building up some traction. Didn't I tell y'all he was gonna start banging on young Pharaoh? It's coming. Stupid ass Michael Edwards did a live stream the other day. I guess it was, I don't know how long ago it was. It's the same live stream that somebody sent, so it's good. And I was watching some of it. Yes, it hurt. I caught a headache 3 minutes in. But anyway, just a voice, man. It sounded fucking junky. Anyway, he was wearing a fucking Sarnetta sweater, nigga. Like this nigga Sarnetta just dragged the life out of you. And polite openly told how Sarnetta does niggas. And he wasn't lying, because that is exactly how he does niggas. He'll stop banging on somebody and be cool with them and don't even tell the people he told to go bang on them before he did that shit. So now you sitting over there looking embarrassed. Now you gotta wear the sweater to show everybody you still loyal to Sarnetta, which is making you look even more like a clown. I don't even know, nigga, how does your wife look at you and just be like, yeah, I'm okay with this? How does she do that? That shit is crazy. And don't come over here with your stupid ass threats or what you're gonna do because somebody mentioned your family. You're gonna do the same thing you do when Sarnetta talks shit to you. Nothing. Clown. That's all he is, man. All these niggas. But back to young Buffarow. Young Buffarow is being king is not going as well as he expected, you know. This nigga he's realizing that the pressures of claiming to be on top are burdensome. They're pressures for real men. And the last thing that he is a real man, nigga, because I just heard you begging. That's what really brought the unsubscriptions to your page, like the crying and whining about what somebody should have done for him. Like, nigga, you're a bitch ass nigga for that. Not even just when Dolo pressed you, you acted like a chump until that dude stood up. That's just very embarrassing for a man to do. But the fact of the matter is, we now know your true colors. The fact of the matter is, blaming Sinetta for this shit ain't gonna change nothing. You still got way more niggas to worry about, way more niggas who's gonna be coming at you for all the shit you said. You think them brothers from the NOI forgot that shit? You think you could go on, you could think you could get booked? I'm booked, bitch. I'm booked. You a booked begging ass nigga. How you booked but you begging all the time? It just don't make sense. Stop trying to convince me, nigga. Stop trying to convince the world that you doing shit and that you popping like that. I just seen a nigga, a brother's page, you know what I'm saying? His kid RB the Breakthrough. He got almost 100,000 subscribers, and he already took that and started giving shit away, showing that basically with 100,000 subscribers, you're giving him so much that he feels he needs to start giving shit back to people, like literally in the form of money, etc. So why do you need 1 million subscribers to do that? This nigga said he gonna shut out the voices of opposition. That's why he wants 1 million subscribers. Basically, what he's saying is, it's 1 million for him to be able to battle the voices of opposition to what he says. Like, this nigga's telling you some shit that's some bona fide, unquestionable reality. Okay, he's saying that he needs 1 million subscribers so that he could battle the opposition. So those who oppose his voice are now unable to oppose his voice because his shit is so big. His page is so big. That sounds, again, just like that Mason Illuminati shit that he so-called bangs on. And how they always want to silence the opposition. Things of that nature.
Just for seeing this motherfucking act. I already spoke to the motherfucking FBI. Yes, I'm snitch, or did y'all miss it? He was mad at Dolo the more because Dolo was calling out, he was calling the white man the white monkey. And I said, yo, I'm looking in the chat room, and the chat room was like, yeah, you right, Pharaoh. These niggas is crazy. You right, it don't matter. And I said, wow, these niggas are not our people. I already spoke to the motherfucking FBI. Yes, I'm saying that. You hear me? I'm saying that. I spoke.
So, this nigga's supporters, the supporters of young Buffarow. If young Buffarow is blaming Sinetta for Dolo, I guarantee you all his supporters are going to blame Sinetta. This is what I have to say to all the people who follow young Buffarow. This nigga has what is called exposed videos. A lot of times what we don't do is we do not watch the exposed videos. So a lot of times the shit that you hear people saying about your so-called favorite YouTube guy, you just think it's just talk. Hold on, y'all.
To the police department. Y'all can call me a rat. You can call me a snitch. I guarantee you. I guarantee you that's young Pharaoh that keeps playing Teddy Page. I guarantee you, you know, it's funny. I guarantee you, that's young Fabo that keeps flying in 70 page. I guarantee you, you know, it's funny. I guarantee you, that's young Fabo that keeps flying in 70 page. Oh, man. I'm there. I guarantee you that's young Fabo that keeps flying in 70 page. I guarantee you. Yeah, that's deep. I ask this other question. Young Fabo is the most disrespectful mouth on YouTube. Why that boy, why his channel get flagged yet, but everybody else shouldn't get all flagged? Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. I see through him. I'll keep getting it. They better know he is a cult leader in the making. And I don't even understand, but the people are dumb as fuck. Yeah. The people are dumb. Yeah, that's because, like I said, it's not really our people. This is the World Star crew that he got over there. Why do you think they don't bother to look up his information? See, when you get on my page with Unc and all the other squad, you best believe I got the scholars over here, and that's why they look it up and they say, "Nah, brother, you was wrong, brother. Nah, brother, you gotta know your shit over here." I already spoke to the motherfucking FBI. Yes, I'm saying that. You hear me? I'm saying that. I spoke to the police department. Y'all can call me a rat. You can call me a snitch. Over there, nah, they just go and believe what you say because they are personality worshippers. They don't care about if your information right or wrong. They don't care about that. But over here, we are known for the scholarship. I already spoke to the motherfucking FBI. Yes, I'm saying that. You hear me? I'm saying that. I spoke to the police department.
Okay.
Y'all can call me a rat. You can call me a snitch. That's why he can say anything and his own people don't challenge it. Notice you never see them coming out with a video challenging what he said. They not gonna.
Exactly. Now we know that Frank ain't the best sources in the world, but that right there, that statement, because he is being blamed right now for Dolo coming at him. No one's gonna challenge him. Nobody is gonna say, "Yo, what happened with that, bro? What happened with that fucking money that you took from people? What happened with people saying and accusing you of constantly, why you constantly flagging people's pages, but then going to everyone talking shit about how you think all these people are Masons and they're just trying to let you hear certain things and keep certain things from you." Like, what? Really? I don't understand it. This is information. It's called information. Information comes in all forms. Information is not something that is just something that authors provide. Okay? So just because an author said something, that doesn't require it to be in the realm of information. And if somebody speaks on things that don't come directly from some author, it is not giving information. We are putting out information for the people. It's specifically for them. It's specifically for them to realize that a lot of people watch these pages more than we thought. A lot of people watch these pages and they realize that, hey, I can watch and dictate and see the different characters and see what Black people are doing. And every time you turn around, you have one of these. You got a teacher, a doctor who's just so happened to not be a doctor, another doctor who's just so happened to not be a doctor. You have, again, master teachers, gurus, credit repair guys, all this shit, but nobody's getting shit done. Nothing's happening. No one has an office to go to where you can go to Garfield's office and get your credit repair. The whole Garfield credit repair thing is nothing more than something that shit only exists when that live screen button is on. Once that live stream button is off, red light is off, it no longer exists. The House of Consciousness is a room with that couch when a live stream is on, or a street corner in Harlem when a live stream is on. Done through email, exactly. That shit doesn't exist. These things, what is it? Pharaoh Allah University? Shame. That doesn't exist. There's no such thing. Why do you think he doesn't talk about it anymore? Like things like NIBURU. Remember when this nigga said that on such and such day, what day was it that NIBURU was supposed to be coming? And he said that bullshit that it's coming on such and such day. And then the day, of course, this is 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago now, that this shit is supposed to happen and supposed to take place. And NIBURU is supposed to be coming and all this shit, and it's here. And the election is a fraud and all of this horse shit. All of this horse shit. This is what he said. Where's NIBURU? Not only where is NIBURU, why the fuck are you not talking about NIBURU anymore? Why are you not explaining to us why you said it was here? You know what NIBURU is starting to look like? NIBURU is starting to look just like that daycare. That's what NIBURU is starting to look like. Yes, to say, yo, everybody has a university. Sarnetta University. Thank you, D Prince. Shaka University. All these, it's something that's hip to say. You know, like, yeah, I'm gonna say this. That sounds mad cool to say that. I'm gonna say that. It sounds so fucking cool and hip to be like, yo, the black woman is my God. She's gonna laugh. Here, yeah, buy my Black Woman is God t-shirt and donate to my Black Woman is God GoFundMe. What is this for? It's to to line your pockets, nigga. The real fraud catching department. That's what we do here, man. We catch real frauds, man. We catch meaty head frauds like Kev Gills. We catch dumbass frauds like Israel Doctrine. Israel Doctrine is just a fraud to humanity. Okay? He doesn't necessarily fraud anybody or any money because he didn't get any money from this shit. He's just a fucking leech. You know what I mean? He a side nigga, bet nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's never in the dice game. He's just always over there on the side trying to get a side bet. I bet he don't. I got $3, he won't. I got $3, he will. Like, that's all he is. You need not worry about people like him. But certain people, man, need to be brought down, man. We got to speak on it, bro. We got to. We got to speak on it. Can't be out here running your mouth about everybody else and doing the same shit. Fucking GoFundMe gate is on the fucking rise.
And his own people don't challenge it. Notice you never see them coming out with a video challenging what he said. They're not going to do it. So that right there should tell you, yeah, we dealing with a whole different group right here. Say, because they are personality worshippers. They don't care about if the information right or wrong. They don't care about that. But over here, we are known for the scholarship. I already spoke to the motherfucking FBI. Yes, I'm saying that. You hear me?
Yes, we heard you. Yo, this nigga said they know for the scholarship. Sarnetta, right now in this community, you guys are known for a lot of things. But I'm going to tell you one thing. The scholarship is not one of those things that you're known for. Now, I'm going to be completely honest now. You're known for some stuff. And it ain't the scholarship. This shit is hilarious, though. That nigga face.
You can call me a snitch, a snitch, a snitch. That's why he can say anything and his own people don't challenge it. Notice you never see them coming out with a video challenging what he said. They're not going to do it. So that right there should tell you, yeah, we dealing with a whole different group right here. Whole different people. That's real shit. I already spoke to the motherfucking FBI. Yes, I'm saying that. You hear me? I'm saying that. I spoke to the police department. Y'all can call me a rat. You can call me a snitch. A snitch. A snitch. You'll be getting away with murder, boys. I tell you. And you can't put the light on a hot seat and not put shadow on a hot seat. And you know, I was thinking about that. I was thinking like, yo, do I? That shorty getting away with murder, boys. I tell you. And you can't put the light on a hot seat and not put shadow on a hot seat.
And that's true. No putting nobody, and we got to put you on the hot seat too, Aston Campbell, which you need to be off YouTube. I don't want to talk about him except if we're talking about the removal of him off of YouTube. He don't need to be nowhere where any young kid could fucking come across one of his videos because he's disgusting. The shit he says, I don't give a fuck how mad you are, nigga. You can't control yourself to that point. You don't need to be up here on any sort of social media platform representing our people in any shape, form, or fashion, whether it be molestation victims, etc. But let me say this from my page, the real fraud catching department, to you, I don't think that you have ever been the victim of anything. I think that you are what is called a punk, and you like getting humped by men. So it is what it is. You probably even like chicks too a little bit, but for real, I don't know what bisexual means. I think that's just something created to give gay men who actually like women too a pass. No, you're gay.
And you know, I was thinking about that. I was thinking like, yo, do our people really care about scammers? Or is it just you are selective in who you want to choose?
So, do we really care about scamming? Or are we being selective? Because the hate that comes this way, yes, I use that awful term, hate, that comes this way, generally comes this way when we address something specific that people want to go away. Now, we talked last night, and you already know how I feel about that. I already told you, listen, if I'm not making shit up about you, I'm not doing anything but merely reporting on what you've done, actually. Because if I'm not making something up about you, like, yo, you did this shit. You just mad that we're talking about it because you want it to go away, which is okay. That's understandable because it hurts what you're trying to do. It hurts future scam plans. But see, that's what we're here to do, is to interrupt the future plans. You know, we're here to interrupt the future plans. You don't have to clip me and say shit like, and try to edit it and say shit like, oh, he's interrupts. He's just here to interrupt plans. Yes, scam plans. Be specific. We're here to interrupt people who are full of shit. Okay? Like Bambada's cock after he got done with Hassan Campbell. We want to differentiate from people who are full of shit and people who aren't. So, and when we do, we're going to take that information and we're going to share it to the people. And in the form of videos, like a video that you see here. Sonetta slipping Garfield in under the scam radar. Young Buffarow blames Sonetta for Dolo pressure. That's sharing information. It's letting you know that first, Sonetta's filthy ass is at it again. Right after he just got finished fucking coming out and saying that bullshit like, oh, I didn't know Polite was scamming all these people because when I call these people, you know, they shut the fuck up, man. You been hearing that shit. You know that there was no other out because this nigga keeps doing this shit and he keeps getting caught immediately for the shit. And then next thing you know, he's living somewhere else because he's on the run again. So, nigga, you knew that this shit was taking place. You just knew that there was no fucking way that you could keep getting away with denying that this nigga started this shit from your platform and was carrying this shit out on your fucking platform. The reason why I know you're full of shit is because you're doing the same thing with Garfield. Before you take 3 steps forward with this nigga Garfield, yo, you know right now, yo, there's people out here and someone who just recently came out and said, yo, this nigga scammed me out of bread, yo, and ain't none of my credit been fixed. And I'm gonna tell you one more way, sign that up for you to know that this nigga's full of shit. Tell him to give you some success stories. Tell him to give you fucking 20 success stories, and that should be small for somebody who's out here doing this shit as long as he's been talking about this shit. Fuck 20. Tell him to give you 9. 9 people who have the evidence that their debt was XYZ, and after dealing with Garfield step by step in the Garfield method and the lasagna method, you know what I'm saying, of credit repair, the lasagna man. Come on, man. That's how you know he's full of shit, because he don't have nothing to show you otherwise, that he's not full of shit. He don't have any satisfied customers, no different than Polite ever had any satisfied customers. There were not people who are coming through making videos on how Polite shit saved them and did this for them. Just like you got this little nigga saying, I'm changing people's lives, bitch. Whose lives are you changing, man? Like, be for real, dog. Be for real, man. Be fucking for real, man. Everything you talk about, man, is from somebody else, man. Everything you talk about, these niggas done heard this. I know we've heard it before. If anybody who's in their 30s, they've heard that shit before. He's just 10, 15 years too late. Younger than us. So he thinks that this shit that he's coming across is brand new. He thinks he's one of them niggas who will get common sense and act like he's the only one with it. And he doesn't realize there's other people out here with common sense as well. That's what stupid niggas do. But I'm going to show you guys something. Real quick. Now, I'm going to put a date on this when I actually saw this particular one. And when I actually saw this particular one, it was probably 2004, 5, anywhere in that range like that. Now, this right here, what you see is muted. This right here is the woman lecture. Okay, this lecture was produced by I don't know the team. I think it was some Morris team, because they were the ones who were doing a lot of this shit and having people come through, which a lot of people don't know. But we're talking about, it was a lot of Morris who were doing this, having these speakers come through and shit like that. So anyway, this lecture right here is called the Woman Lecture. In this lecture, Dr. Blair goes in just on things, information that he's come across about women giving birth without men being around, about how the clitoris is just a penis is the elongated clitoris, etc., etc. Now, this information more than likely came along before him because he studied and learned more. Some of it, I'm pretty sure, he put together himself, and a lot of it he just learned, or picked up, I should say, because that's all we do is pick up information. Well, that's what I call it. So anyway, I'm only saying this and showing all this to say this. All of this was going on. This video was shot. Like when I bought this, because I bought this from a bookstore. It's 2 parts, because it's the man lecture and a woman lecture. And it's basically the black man is saying the black man is God and the black woman is God, is what he was saying. So anyway, when I bought this lecture, this was, like I said, man, 2004-ish, 5, and I bought it from a bookstore. And when I bought it then, we're talking like 13 years ago, almost 14 years ago, when I bought this lecture, the video that it was recorded on, because you can tell it was VHS done, the video that I recorded, that it was recorded on, whoever did it, it had the date and the time and shit. And that shit was like 1991-ish, dog, when that shit was done. So me buying that lecture in 2004 was 13 years, 14 years after it was actually done. So the black woman is God stuff, yo, these brothers was saying that shit a long fucking time ago, yo. Do you understand that in 1991, when this lecture came out, in 1991, I was like 13. I was like 13, 14 years old when this shit came out. So this is how old this shit is. Like this whole black woman is God, black woman is God. See, the point I'm making is when he was doing this, there was no YouTube page for him to put up. There was no YouTube page for him to put up, put his information out, get credit for his own information, get paid, especially for his own information. A lot of these brothers went through that. Bobby Hemmett as well, Phil Val, all of them. So these brothers put out a lot of information, man, that you hear people just snatch and run with. Like the person who pissed me off the most was a nigga named Natural Tahuti. Now I don't know if y'all remember this nigga, but he was like a star, one of the early regulars on Sinetta. It was Sutek and Larry and Tahuti and people like that. And they was like what Sinetta was just recording them niggas when they would talk and get into disputes. And then he started interviewing them basically. And then the whole night it all kicked off. So anyway, he came out, I want to say around 2009-ish, 2008 maybe. And he started kicking all of this shit about the black woman being God. The black woman is God. And then when you have the Parthenon and the blah, 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 blah. So it struck me odd at first, like, man, why is this nigga always talking this shit, but he's never giving credit to the people that where he's got it from? Like he brings up all these books, and I'm like, yo, if you listen to Double Blair lectures, like, nigga, I know you did because those are the same books he referenced, some of them. And those are the same. So you went and you watched the lecture that you knew was old, snatched the information, and threw it out there like it was all yours, and started a whole campaign and movement that others have jumped on before because nobody was saying that shit before that. None of these niggas was running around saying, no, black woman is God. None of them was saying that shit. None of them. None of them. None of them. So these niggas started watching these older lectures and jumping on all these niggas' information and throwing it at you. If you want to hear anybody talk, any sister, any young sister, any middle-aged sister, oldest, whatever the fucking spectrum, if you want to hear somebody talk about the black woman being God, go watch Delbert Blair do it. Go watch Delbert Blair do it, okay? And Delbert Blair is not trying to get you to donate to 10 different GoFundMes. And he's also not trying to put out a mixtape either. He's giving you the information because that's what giving the information means. I'm gonna start doing that on one of my pages. All the old lectures that I used to buy, because it hurts me now. Well, it don't hurt me, but it hurt my, like, when I think about it, like, it's crazy. I used to buy these things. These motherfucking things was like $32 a pop. For a Delaware Blair lecture, for a Bobby Hemming lecture. Them shits was like $35 a pop, $30 a pop, $32. I don't know this person. Oh, yes, I do. Hold on. Hello? What's going on? Yeah, he's ready. Everything's ready. I already got his clothes and everything. So by the time you get here, he'll be ready to roll. Well, you can call Keita and just make sure that they're ready to pick him. I'm ready for him when he gets there. Well, that's why I said you could call her, because I don't have the number, or for anybody there who's going to be there to pick him up or receive him, or any of that. And yeah, I just talked to her, so you could call her right now. Yeah. No, I have no idea. Okay. Bye. Yeah, man. These niggas do nothing but jack information, yo. That's all they do is jack information. Bring that shit back and act like it's their shit.
The last 30 years, what would you say was done the most for our people? Just in your opinion. Done the most for our people as a whole? Yeah, or in your community, if it's your pastor and he just held the whole community down, or anybody. Straight up. Real with me, I'm gonna know more about whatever I'm into. Right. There's certain things that don't get talked about, like they fine with the what he the thing he did in my community, but I feel what he's doing is like government. Exactly. That's crazy. And the joint that don't get talked about is Jay-Z doing the pipeline. They don't talk about that, but he did that around the time he was now. Okay. That's probably why I ain't kept doing it in time. But yeah, he did that. But see, that's what I'm into. That's rappers, but it's still something. How about Young Pharaoh? You think he done more? I'm not even familiar with who is it. I appreciate it. Same TV he's watching.
Making grandiose claims like that. Like you so popping. You book, bitch. I'm booked, bitch. Fucking Hobbit. Buffarow Baggins. This nigga's blaming Sarnetta for his shit. He's blaming the world for his shit. And he's going to get mad and probably flag people's pages because he don't want you talking about shit like this.
Shorty getting away with murder, boys. I tell you, you can't put the light on the hot seat and not put power on the hot seat. And you know, I was thinking about that. I was thinking like, yo, do our people really care about scammers? Or is it just you are selective in who you want to choose for scamming? And it's like the people don't give a fuck about that. You feel me? They worship this dude. That's all they care about. So they really don't give a fuck about the scammers. They don't care about that. They don't like polite, so they're gonna attack polite.
Exactly. They're putting it in the form of a like. They putting that shit in the form of a like. They putting that shit in the form of, oh, I like this guy, so I'm not gonna say anything about him.
Second question. Second person to question about. Who's done more in the last 30 years or period for our people? So here we go. This young man we're going to keep off camera as well due to his age. What's going on, brother? What's going on?
Good.
What's going on? Good. Good?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay. When you think of people who've done things for your people, okay, in the past, the last 30 years or so, or even longer, what's some of the people you think of?
Mostly, I'm doing it.
Some people disagree with it.
Yeah.
Who else?
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama, yeah. Well, and especially in the last 30 years, because he was just president, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Well, I got a question for you. How about young Pharaoh? Do you think that what you don't know who young Pharaoh? They're not teaching about young Pharaoh in your school?
No.
Wait a minute. Are you going into school, young man?
Yes.
Okay, so you mean to tell me in your school no one's teaching about young Pharaoh, the guy who's done more for black people in the last 30 years than any other black people? You're not hearing about this?
Yeah, I'm not.
Shame TV East Watch.
Wow.
Because like you can't put the light on the hot seat and not the shadow on the hot seat. And you know, I was thinking about that. I was thinking like, yo, do our people really care about scammers? Or is it just you are selective in who you want to choose for scamming? And it's like the people don't give a fuck about that. You feel me? They worship this dude. That's all they care about.
All right, Shame TV East Watch. We're here again with another person that we're going to ask about who's done more for black people. This person decided again, a lot of people don't want to be on camera, but it's all good. We don't need them on camera. We just need to ask them and get their opinion. They said they could be on camera when they're here and stuff. Okay. And for those of you who may not know, this is my son's nurse's aide. So I'm just asking random people here. Okay. First question is, in regards to just the last 30 years, as far as our people, in your opinion, who are at least two people who you think who've done the most to like kind of help black people, spearhead anything for black people, things of that nature? It could be male, female. Yeah, the last 30 years or so. Yeah. Like the 80s, like anyone who's done more for our people.
So nobody's not even answering?
No, I mean, well, I got a person to ask you about. How about young Pharaoh? Say again?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay. Shame TV East Watch. You sure you don't know who young Pharaoh is? Young Pharaoh's done more for black people in the last 30 years than anyone. So he says, Shame TV East Watch will continue to ask and see if he's actually done more for black people in the last.
Nobody seems to know who this nigga is.
So they really don't give a fuck about the scammers. They don't care about that. They don't like Polite, so they're gonna attack Polite. But this dude is all right. Here's a dude, right, who raised money. Check this out. I didn't want to get on it, but being that you talking about it, fuck it. Here's a dude.
You know you want to get
raised
on
money for his legal fees.
Mm-hmm.
But see, the people don't know that he had a legal aid lawyer. So why was he telling his people that he need to raise all his money for his legal fees? I already spoke to the motherfucking FBI.
Mm-hmm. Let's get back to that. Now, you already supposedly had a legal aid lawyer. If you already had a legal aid attorney, the question would now be, and I think that's anyone should ask that question. That's just not something that you should limit to just people you want to accuse of scamming. I think that anyone who comes to you and say, hey, I've got a GoFundMe set up for my lawyer and my attorney. Like things like, well, what's your lawyer's name? Who is the lawyer? Blah, 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 blah. I think that those things need to be said. I think that those things should be said. I don't think you're hating on anyone for saying that. I think that anyone who calls you a hater for saying that is just trying to get your attention focused on something else other than that. And that should raise a red flag with you right off tops. But that's a good question, man. First off, I feel that it's a problem that you're even asking people for money for one of your lawyers. Like, I don't understand. Like, dog, that's a personal problem. Like, that don't have shit to do with me. That shit don't have nothing to do with none of your followers, and you shouldn't be preying upon their sympathy. You shouldn't be. I don't understand. But what we're gonna do right here is, since old Frankie Netta pulled it up, brought it up, we're gonna go ahead and screen share one more time. You know, and see what's up with some of this audio. Okay, guys, give me 2 seconds because wait a minute, I think I picked the one. Hold on. There we go. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it on this one because it's louder. So give me 2 seconds, people. Yeah. This nigga said he needed money for an attorney. And even went so far as to tell everybody that he's paying, that he's paying the first wave. That's how far this deception went. Like you did a video saying, yeah, I'm paying the first wave right now. And let him do what he do. You know what I'm saying? Like he got a hungry lawyer that'll eat the case. Type bullshit. Fucking ice cream truck, man. Anytime it's sunny outside. Them motherfuckers is outside. That shit is crazy. All right, here we go. I found it.
Hi, what's in the product? How much do you expect? On General Study channel, I showed the contact, I showed my lawyer contact, all that for everybody to know that everything is official regarding the recharge in the fight. What's in the product? How much do you expect up front?
Robert Term? No, there are no such thing as legal fees with legal aid. We're assigned by the Appellate Division, New York State, to handle these cases. We are not fees with legal aid. We're assigned by the Appellate Division, New York State, to handle these cases. We are not paid by the client. There are no such thing as legal fees with legal aid. We're assigned by the Appellate Division, New York State, to handle these cases. We are not paid by the client, so we have not been paid. There are no legal fees associated with this case with market. We're not paid by the client, so we have not been paid. There are no paid by the client, so we have not been paid. We are not paid by the client, so we have not been paid. There are no legal fees associated with this case with market benefits. We do not charge. Has not been paid. There are no illegal fees associated with this case with market benefits. Illegal fees associated with this case with market benefits. No illegal fees associated with this case with market benefits. No illegal fees associated with this case with market benefits.
So, Marshall, you mean to tell me, nigga, You mean to tell me that you telling every fucking body that you paying your lawyer in the first wave and you already paid the first wave and now you just need to pay the second wave and we're going to let the lawyer, what do you say, do what he do and all of that fucking shit. Really? This nigga really did that shit, G. Really? Like you really fucking told everybody that you just paid the first fucking wave. And this fucking dude said your name by name. Yo, I don't know what the fuck this nigga's talking about, basically.
Robert Trump? No, there are no such thing as legal fees with legal aid. We're assigned by the appellate division, New York.
Which one call it? How much he set up for in the price? Which one call it? How contract? I showed my lawyer contract, all that so everybody know that which one call it? Everything is official without tell one general study channel. I showed the contract, I showed my lawyer contract, all that so everybody know that which one call it? Everything is official without really charging.
So he showed the lawyer's contact. So there was no other way for anybody to find out whether or not who your lawyer was, except the fact that you showed who your lawyer was and your lawyer's contact. But you just didn't expect anybody to do anything because like Shanetta just said, yeah, I just said it. That's horrible to say. But like Shanetta just said, they're not going to question you. Your followers are not going to question you.
Right. Which one call it? How much he set up for?
Robert Trump? No, there are no such thing as legal fees with legal aid. We're assigned by the appellate division, New York State, to handle these cases. We are not paid by the client, so we have not been paid. There are no legal fees associated with this case with Marshall Daniels. We do not charge our clients with this case with Marshall Daniels. We do not charge our clients. There are no legal fees associated with this case with Marshall Daniels. We do not charge our clients. There are no legal fees associated with this case with Marshall Daniels. We do not charge our clients.
So you're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. You're a fucking little scam artist. And you're a fucking little hobbit. And from here on out, your name is Buffarow Backings. AKA Young Go Frozen when Dolo hit the scene. Sometimes known as Young Go Fund Me because you got 95 of them shits out here. He probably got a GoFundMe for his kids. He probably got a GoFundMe. Like, nigga, what don't you have a GoFundMe for? Let's start going through what don't you have a GoFundMe for. But I can tell you one more thing before I close this stream out. I'm going to tell you one more thing. You don't have anybody who supports you. And you don't have anybody who supports you. When I mean support you, in that bullshit you said about you doing more for black people in the last 2 years.
In the last 30 years. Who would you say
than
done the most
anybody's
for our
done in 30 years.
Done the most for our people as a whole? Yeah, or in your community, if it's your pastor and he just held the whole community down, or anybody. I don't know anybody. Straight up. For real with me, I'm gonna know more about whatever I'm into. Right. There's certain things that don't get talked about, like Akon with the thing he did. But what he's doing is like government. Exactly. That's crazy. And the joint that don't get talked about is Jay-Z doing the pipeline. They don't talk about that, but he did that around the time of Nas. Okay. That's probably why I ain't kept it in time. But yeah, he did that. But see, that's what I'm into. That's rappers. But it's still something. How about dude, Young Pharaoh? You think he got more? I'm not even familiar with. I appreciate it. Same TV East Watch.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
Shame TV, East Watch, go subscribe. Shame TV 2, go subscribe. I Exposed will be the YouTuber of the week tonight on Shame TV East Watch. Other than that, guys, just keep listening out for these niggas who's full of shit, man. They all over the place, man. Keep looking out, man, for these dudes, man, who's just trying to get you to go to their GoFundMe and donate to a cause that probably doesn't even exist. That's why they don't talk about the shit. All right. Don't fall for that shit, man. Please, people, don't fall for that shit.
You ain't shit. Young Pharaoh, you ain't shit. Pharaoh, you can't black power nothing, bro. Everything you teaching is from European white authors and shit, bro. Everything you posting online, bro, is Photoshop, bro.
Coming from a man.
You don't think we can see that shit?
Coming from a man who dates 300-pound white girls, but we're going to excuse you on this one, Kev.
Yeah, you should have kept that shit local and stayed up in your little gymnasium, bro. Because now I'm going to kill somebody. Young Pharaoh did the whole commentary with no shirt on. Let you know he's appealing to only these dumb-ass black women who sitting up there in his comments talking about, yeah, just y'all take it off. That's who they're appealing to. Black people, Young Pharaoh can't make you no money. Young Pharaoh can't teach you about no business.
Get him, Kev. Work that nigga.
And Young Pharaoh, come on, shit out of you, bro.
Woo!
Film that shit.
You gonna do it, Kev?
Remember Young Pharaoh, the big little dude who out here talking flexion on everything. Come on, shit out of you, bro. Come on, shit out of you, bro. Film that shit, like world star. You remember Young Pharaoh, the big little dude who out here talking flexion on everybody? Somebody gonna be
flexing on everybody.
You ain't shit. Young Pharaoh, you ain't shit. Film that shit, like world star. You remember Young Pharaoh, the big little dude who out here talking flexion on everybody? Somebody gonna beat y'all niggas up because y'all doing too much of this and not enough work. Y'all not holding no lectures that make any more sense than you made 10 years ago. And Young Pharaoh, you have no information that's authentic. And you are naming none of your sources. So you trying to say that what you're saying is authentic? You came up with this shit by yourself? I hope not. In the chat, shout out my nigga Young Pharaoh. Can't really fuck with you, boy. We fuck with you too. Fuck.
The Real Fraud Catching Department. Thanks for stopping through. Share the video. Yo, Netta, Cynthia Netta, Mrs. Netta, what's up with that? You want to get on the platform and talk about why Netta out here smashing sci-fi in these streets and letting it be known all over YouTube and shit? That shit's crazy, G. Also, young Buffarow, you know what I'm saying? Why you such a little beggar, man? Why you begging niggas for money all the time and calling it success? That's not success. General Seti, we're gonna talk about you tonight on Shame TV. We want to know why the fuck you acting like a weird ass nigga, knowing that this little nigga's weird, man. Or is there a trouble brewing in the bromance of Seti and young Buffarow Baggins? We'll discover all that shit later on. Dolo put the pressure on that nigga, and I guess pressure does pop pipes and whatever the fuck people be saying. All the new cliche, all the old cliches, who cares? Pressure pops pipes and pipes pop pressure and don't pop or whatever. And where is NIBURU? We'd like to see it because you said it was coming. Just more stupid shit you niggas say with no intent to prove any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, young pseudo Jetson. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't even talk about the shit no more. Like that's grade A polite. Polite would throw some shit out there and don't even speak on that shit no more once he knows how stupid it sounds once you say it again. So apparently young Buffalo was hating on Dolo because he was getting at them people, and he wants to defend them because he probably wants them as fans. He probably wants them to buy his rap album or whatever the fuck else he wants, because he's a part of the Love and Hippo K community. He just wants to be some sort of entertainer and dance and spin around and shit and pop lock for niggas. Just fucking weird, man. All these niggas is weird. And Garfield, man, stop being a fucking scamming piece of shit and fucking tell everybody where the success story's at so we can stop banging on your retarded looking ass. You look like a goofy fuck too. And Sarnetta, why you slipping this nigga under the fucking radar, man? Why you slipping this, trying to slide this nigga under the scam radar, man? You can't do that shit. Ain't nobody going for that shit. This nigga is not about to be at no lecture talking about some historically the Jews. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Historically, you said you could fix credit and took people money, and you ain't do shit about it and ain't fix shit, and they ain't got no evidence of you ever fixing shit. So we need to find out what's going on. Did you get that bread back? Stop lying and say you gave the bread back. Bring the person on. Those people are more than happy to say that you did. Even if they don't come on camera, they're more than happy to come around and verify that shit. Shut the fuck up with your excuses for not showing the evidence of the shit that you say. So I'm about to be out, y'all. Just coming at y'all. Just wanted to talk about what we talked about real quick. Young Buffarow. The pressure is on now, man. You should have, like Kev said, you should have stayed up in that little gymnasium that you was in. That's where you fucked up.
Get off, take it off. That's who they're appealing to. Black people, young Pharaoh can't make you no money.